I wrote this 2 days ago, and it's probably not finished. And it's dedicated to two dear old friends. One being the NHS. It's known me for donkey's years. It's known me for 49, nearly 50 years, the NHS. And the other one is a good friend. I'd like him to hear it. It's called My NHS, My Solemn Vow. And if anyone can think of a better title, then let me know later. Hello mate, I'm just going to get someone to hold phone. Is that okay? Right. So yeah, dedicated to two old friends. One being a lifelong friend in the shape of the NHS, the other Mark Jackson.
Go on, Jethro!
I'll stand with you as you stood with me, nursing, nurturing, safe, as you were the first hands I felt, my mother's the second. I'll stand with you as you stood with me, as together, with a reassuring smile you wore a Mickey Mouse hat, it encouraged a smile from me as you put me to sleep. I'll stand with you as you stood with me, as some years later you passed me my baby, 10 fingers, 10 toes, button nose, perfect. I'll stand with you as you stood with me when I took my first steps after weeks in bed. I'll stand with you as you stood with me when really you should have been home with your kids. I'll stand with you as you stood with me when my mum was diagnosed and I wanted to punch that fucking door. I'll stand with you as you stood with me when some weeks later my dad was diagnosed and I had to tell my mum in that bed, on that ward, at the side of that fucking door. You were the backbone, and then you were mine. We were both knackered. Me through worry and sleepless nights, you through worry and sleepless nights. I'll stand with you as you stood with my family when we couldn't look each other in the eye. I'll stand with you as you stood with my family when you loaned us your eyes for somewhere different to connect. I'll stand with you as you stood with us waiting for our decision. I'll stand with you as you stood with me as I went to those bars and prayed to a God that I struggled to believe in. You turned a blind eye when I used the patient's toilet. Every second on that ward was precious, and you knew that. You witnessed my anger, my frustration, my sometimes wholly inappropriate, confused sense of humour. Yet still, you stood by me. You were the multi-purpose, multi-skilled Swiss Army service that I needed. You took the stones from my hooves so I could walk straight again, at least till I picked up the next one. You picked the bitterness from my teeth so I could taste sweet tea, enough energy for the next hour at least. You snipped me a straight line to walk when I stumbled from that wobbly path. All the while prioritising me, no one else, me. Jeffrey Leon Platts. NHS number 414-588-4739. Well, the thing is, right, I never felt just like a number. I felt safe, comforted, confident, listened to, reassured, human even, accepted. No conditions, not a jot of prejudice. For all my ailments, my moods, my struggles, for all that you stood by me. And now I stand with you, shoulder to shoulder, hand in hand, through good times and bad, for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse, till death us do part, and that, my NHS, is my solemn vow to you. God bless the NHS. Hey, thank you for Jethro. Press red buttons. We nearly lost him. Those that didn't know Jacko, we nearly lost him a couple of weeks ago. He's been on critical ward in Sheffield for a couple of weeks and he's now in normal ward, hopefully improving. This one's a revolutionary love story.